Peace, family. I'm doing a short video just to discuss a little bit pertaining to a question that I asked earlier. Really, just a form of logic, just for something that people to consider. I basically asked earlier, considering that we know that religion has only been around a few thousand years, and we do know scientifically that we predate that time period. Are people really open to learning about the ancient system if it's giving you everything that you need spiritually and actually making it better for you here in the physical as well? So the reason why I kind of ask the question is because I personally get asked a lot of questions about religion. I guess, they say it's two things you should never talk about with people, and that's religion and politics, because you're going to have so many different answers and so many different interpretations. And it's very true, because at the end of the day, it's always about a person's perception. How you perceive everything is going to determine your decision on what you choose to follow, what you think is right and wrong, and all of that, and so forth and so forth. And basically, I was asking a question because I really feel like it's a fear mechanism that's preventing people from being more open to taking in this additional information, because it's nothing new. I mean, of course, we know it today. Those that's been introduced to it today say it's new age information, but it's not really anything new. Okay, it's old information. It's ancient information. Okay, there's nothing new that can ever be under the sun. I just think that it's more so seen as new age because we're in a new time period. We're in a new frame of time. 2,000 years ago was a different age. Now we're coming into another one. You see what I'm saying? And people that know me, that have known me, know that I grew up as a Christian. I was brought up in a Christian household. My grandmother to this day is still a minister in a church. So for me to say that I disassociate religion kind of throws people for a loop, because they don't know how to accept that. And I'm not saying it in the form of saying, what you believe in is bad, because I personally choose not to bash on a person's belief system. But I think that we need to kind of clear the air and have an understanding of just where these things come from and why they were put into place. Okay, because at the end of the day, the root of religion, what it's actually supposed to teach you, what it's supposed to help you understand, most people don't really get to that point. They just pretty much stay in the superficial gray area. They stay in the area, where it's just reading the words and maybe doing the little ritual here and there. And when I say ritual, that just means what you do on a basis pertaining to a belief system. For example, if you do go to a Christian church, if you participate in the Holy Communion, that is a ritual, okay? The word ritual itself does not mean anything negative. If you get up every morning and if you play a sport, and if every time before you play that sport you gotta wear some certain socks or something, look, that's a ritual. That's all ritual is. So don't be scared of the word ritual. That's basically all that's really saying. And we kind of really miss what it was that we were really supposed to learn. Those stories are put in place just to better help you understand. Now, we got to understand that this was different periods in time. They had different ways of relaying information. Okay, so that's how they relayed information. When you look at all of the ancient civilizations, they had their different forms of mythologies. That was their way of teaching something. That's why you had mystery systems. Everybody couldn't go through a mystery system. Everybody didn't go to a mystery school. But for those that did, they went and took it on to a further level and had a deeper understanding of the mythologies. Now basically, in my special form of opinion, no holy book is gonna be better than another one, because they're all serving the same purpose. And you shouldn't make yourself exclusive to just one book just because of a religion basis. That's the division in the religion. That's why I don't associate with a religion, because it's all about division. You know, well, I don't like you because you're a Muslim, or I don't like you because you're a Hebrew Israelite. I don't like you because you're a Christian. I really think that that's really stupid. Like, personally, that's just how I feel. I just think that that doesn't really make any really rational sense to me. But we are really conditioned to really think and respond that way. And it's time that we take notice of that so we can address that, so we can better ourselves and our situations and our communities. Because if we don't do that, then we'll never really be able to overcome anything. Because at the end of the day, if we were really conscious, the conscious community would be thriving, and it's not. And I'm sorry to say that, and I know a lot of people may take offense to that, but it's really true. So really, conscious community, what are you really doing that's different than the churches? I'm just asking a question. That's my thing. My thing is to always ask questions to get you thinking, just to get you to think, to use your own mind, to use it for yourself instead of doing what society tells you to do, because society is only telling you what to think. It's not telling you how to be a thinker. So you know, personally, holy books are just for guidance. Take them and use them for you. They're supposed to be for you. You know, the Quran, whether you into Taoism, Hinduism, I read all of that type of stuff. You know, I'm not really afraid to say anything. I'm not afraid to read any type of book, because as long as you don't have information about something, then you're going to fear it because you don't understand it. That is a known fact. People fear what they don't understand. And as long as you don't understand it, then that one thing is always going to be held over you. It's going to master you because you don't know what it means. So just take the time to just be open sometimes, just to learn what something means. So we had a good little thread going as far as on Facebook, and people said a lot of interesting answers, and I really appreciate everybody for participating in me, you know, just asking the question. And basically I was just kind of exploring a little bit as far as to why I really asked the question, so people can really see what this really is and how you really are building on something, and you're not just trying to lash and tear something down. That's not the aim of it. The goal is to build you up so that you can learn something and do something new and make yourself better and new. Because the problem that we suffer from in having the mentality of religion is that we are constantly, always looking outside of self, whether it's to blame or whether it's for praise. So if something is wrong, it's somebody else's fault that they didn't do something that's going to benefit us. Well, why is it somebody else's fault? Or why is it somebody else's job? Or why are we sitting around waiting on somebody else to do something for us all the time? Or why is it always that it's somebody else's fault? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that, you know, we want to pinpoint on this people or that people? That's not what you're supposed to do, because truth be told, if you correct you, everything else will be corrected in the same aspect. But that's a little bit of a deeper conversation. And what kind of brought this on, I kind of did a couple blogs on a couple of things as well. My blog is newrightscorner.com if you don't know. But this book, Holy Lockdown, Does the Church Limit Black Progress? By Jeremiah Camara. And, you know, it's pretty interesting. What it says on the back is, why are there many churches yet major problems in black communities? Why are blacks amongst the most Jesus-praising people in the world, yet most fragmented and economically dependent? Is there a correlation between high praising and low productivity? This is a really thin book. Super thin. It's easy to read through. Very easy to read through. Very interesting. I would recommend it. Read this book. I would highly, highly recommend it. It's really, really good. It's really simple. It's easy to read. It's not anything boring or anything. He even, you know, kind of puts quotes in there at the beginning of every chapter, but something easy that you can fly through. Alright, so this book kind of really helps kind of address that. So I just kind of wanted to do a little video to just kind of give you a little bit of a little insight. So I think I'll probably have more videos coming soon. This is basically just an introduction, so we'll kind of get into it a little bit more later. So I'm out for now. So to everybody, I'm sending you positive vibrations, and remember, live your life through peace and love.